Power Conversations podcast by What's Your Superpower TV. This podcast features conversations of overcoming by faith and pushing through to fulfill a purpose-driven life. This podcast is hosted by CEO and best-selling author Nadia Francois. Welcome to the broadcast. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Power Conversations Podcast Summer Book Tour, the Juneteenth edition. Power Conversations is a division of What's Your Superpower Digital Media, a kingdom empowerment brand that offers visibility opportunities to entrepreneurs, authors, coaches, and community leaders. Learn more at www.whatsuperpower.com. Today we have joining us author Marlo Mans. Marlo Mans is the founder and CEO of My Heart New Love, a publishing company. Focuses on inner child picture books from birth to 120 years young. This author, speaker, publisher, coach pivoted from pediatric years ago. Marlo focuses on the inner child spirit because it will follow you all of your life if you let it. The inner child loves to play and whisper talents that you have inside you. It will tell an 80-year-old to run a marathon or paint an artistic picture. The books are healing to children as well as adults because love has no age. Children, even those that can't talk, have been known to kiss her books. Welcome, Arthur Marlo.
Thank you for having me today.
You are very welcome, Queen. Tell us more about your books.
Well, my books are something that it just developed from within me, uh, and I just kept going with it. I it was some you know how sometimes you have a hint that you should be doing something,
Mhm.
and it just came about. And so when once it came about, I just kept writing and I kept writing and I kept writing, and I said, my goodness, I should publish these. And then after a while, I decided to teach myself publishing. I have a journalistic background also, and once that happened, I just said, you know what, I am just going to do this. And I was so happy with it that time escaped me. I'm serious. I completely forgot where I was at. And I would just enjoy myself so much. I would start out like 5 o'clock in the morning. And the next thing you know, I'd be like almost 5 in the afternoon. And I'd be like, oh, where did the time go? So, when you're having fun, as they say, time flies.
Yes, absolutely. So give us the titles.
Okay, so two of my books that I have out, this one is called I Am Love, and she is a person who is a shero, not a hero. And she goes through the universe and through the world, and everything she does turns into hearts. Everything, every page is
Wow.
hearts. It's very colorful. Her hair is hearts. Her dress is hearts. Her shoes, the sky, the trees, the birds, everything is hearts. So this is why she's called love, because she plants seeds everywhere she goes. And basically what it's one-liners that start off that says, love has its power in me. Love is on every page. By the time a child or any adult finish reading this, the word love has been so planted in their brain, that's all they could think about is
I
love.
love that.
And so just by them continue to have an affirmation, you can have an affirmation once a day, or you could read the whole book within the affirmation. And it's kind of like a drum beat of love within you. And then all the pictures are love, and everything is love. And so she asks on the back, she said, can you please help me plant love seeds in the world? And so she's blowing out love to all of the universe, all of the earth.
It's amazing. Beautiful, beautiful.
So love is awesome. And it was an accident how I end up, just going into more adults. a lady seen the book and she seen the title and she says, "That's me, that's me." And she started telling me this story how she just never knew that she could be loved. And she was 89 years old.
Wow.
So this book has went from college dorms to senior citizens homes and to all types of organizations because people recognize that love, we have it in all of us.
Yes. No age barrier.
There's no age barrier on love. Love is ageless. It doesn't have an age. And this book, Every Little Thing Think King. This is a little boy who starts off kind of messy, but his grandmother reminds him. She says, "You are a king. And every little thing I want you to do, I want you to think like a king." And so she continued to say this to him. And as she continued to tell him that he was a king, he started getting neater. And his room starts off messy. See, he have two angels. He have a dog that he loves, and he have two angels with M and G on there. That stands for mercy and grace. That
Oh,
follow him everywhere he goes. And before you know it, see these two angels just is in his life. Everything he does start to get better. And he learns what it is to be a king. He learns that a king has responsibilities, that a king has to clean up their mess, no matter what age. And he
yeah.
get wisdom from his grandma. This is his grandma. And all through the book, his grandma sees he has an invisible crown on his head, and she has an invisible crown on her head because she recognized that she is putting kingdom principles in him. And by the time he gets to the end of the book, he recognizes that he is a king, and these are the qualities of kings. When you have a higher wisdom following you, like angels, a grandma wisdom, which is on earth. He recognized that he is the king by getting things in order and that by him showing love. And so those are the two books that I am like really pushing right now. And other ones are on the way. And so he's also in the world. So I always have the planet Earth in my books. And so because we have to take care of our planet. And so he's doing flips on the earth right here to show us how happy he is as a king. So those are my two wonderful books that I'm promoting today, and I'm so happy that they are doing well.
Oh, I love them. That's amazing. I love them. I love them. I love them both. Oh, so tell us, what was your motivation behind writing these books?
It actually started off with my nephew. And I had been into an incident where I was not able to walk or sit or stand without pain. And the only thing that I could do at the time was to be on the floor with pillows. Well, my nephew is on the floor all the time. And so I end up being on the floor with him. And he kind of was like taking care of me because I was like, I'm not kidding him. He was like, come on, let's do this. Come on, let's do this. And so we was always writing and always drawing. And all of a sudden, I find myself like on the floor with him. We just two kids on the floor, right? So more and more and more and more, my imagination got bigger. And also, one thing that I know is that during this time of transition I was going through, the only thing left of me, Nadia, was love. That was it.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was nothing else I can write about. Once you done had so much pain, and once you got, pain burns out things in you.
yeah,
It
yeah.
burned out so much. And the only thing that I could write about was love. And with him there, he was like, let's do this, let's do this, let's do that. And I was like, oh my goodness, only thing I could think about is love. And so I was like, oh my goodness. The next day was like writing about love again. Oh, how big is your imagination? Boy, his imagination got so big. And I was right there with him. And so before you know it, my background uh, basically is in the arts. And so I end up going back into theater after this. I was theater actors for 12 years before the pandemic. And I said, I want to push my books out there. And I had these classes called an interactive love course where children would come and we would dance and have a good time. And the only thing we talked about was love. And it was awesome. And I was surprised they knew so much.
Good, amazing. So, who is your target audience for the books?
Yeah. So most of my target audience are for children, but also teachers, women organizations that want to give books to their kids, because I know a lot of women organizations, a lot of them could give something happy to the children. So, but teachers, education, inspirational institutions, probably churches, youth organizations, things like that, and schools. Those are the main people that I focus on. And I was surprised to know that a lot of people, when I do the love books, that a lot of them like to be told that they are loved. And it was by accident that I found that out.
Good, amazing. So, what impact are you trying to make with your writing?
The number one thing is, in this world, we have so many children out there. And a lot of them, because think about this, of social media, are not so much more into human contact like we were when we were younger, and so they feel alienated.
Yeah.
If you're not talking to people face to face, and you're not communicating with them face to face in group like we were, and you steady on this little computer all the time, what happens is you miss those little intimate things.
Hmm.
And so my thing was, let's plant love and empathy into our children so they grow up not feeling such harshness from a machine. A machine is a computer. I love them. Sometimes they're a little too much for me, but can't allow the computer to give love to our
Yes.
children. But we can plant love into them, because when we do that, anything that is not of love, love is so strong, Nadia, that it would uproot anything. And so we have to get that seed in them, because as they said, the wheat and the tares grow up together, and one is going to uproot the other. So God is going to knock it out.
Yes, absolutely.
And the thing about knocking it out is this: that seed that's planted would weather the storms of life. It's not meaning that they won't have storms, but they'll
Right.
be able to stand on their ground.
Yes,
And
yes,
love will do that for any child. They might start out 5 being bad, and 15 is what, by the time they get to their 20, they are rooted. And they don't even
yes,
know why. They don't know.
yes,
You'd be like, how did he turn out like that? Because you put some love in him.
yes,
But,
absolutely.
but a lot of times these days, I have seen it where the child doesn't have that nature, that
Yeah,
nature of love. So that's what I
absolutely.
want to do. I want generations of love planted in the child, so they will weather these storms, because you can look at how it will affect their mental ability.
Yeah, absolutely. Now that is amazing. Ooh, so tell us, how can we get copies of these books? How do we connect with author Marlo Mans? And if you have anything else that we need to know, go ahead and tell us as well.
Oh my goodness, that's so awesome. Okay, so I can be reached at myheartnewlove.com. And new is spelled Knew, not New. So myheartnewlove.com, you can reach me there.
All right.
Also, if you put in my name on the book, you can see them on Amazon. So they're available also there. And both books, they come, and the books are $12.99 for the paperback. And for the hardback, which are really nice, they're kind of, these hardbacks are 19.99. They last forever.
Yes,
Almost forever. But at least the love does. And
absolutely.
so that's how this is easiest to reach me. I'm also on Instagram and stuff like that, but those are the two easiest ways to reach me. Mhm.
Okay. And
Yeah.
do you have anything else we need to know about?
Well, yeah. You know what? I love doing speeches, and I said that I was going to start back again because when you leave the stage, believe me, Nadia, you start to miss the stage. Like, where are the
Yes, yes,
people? I need to talk to people, So I want to start going back on tour to start speaking on stages again. And I'm also, my number one cause is empathy education. So I believe empathy education should, be something that we have normally because it's missed. It really is missed. And years ago, we didn't have to have children to talk to you. You don't have to say talk to me. I mean, seriously, you can go into a place and everybody will be on the phones. They won't
yeah,
be talking to each other.
right.
It's like, come on, so talking is something, it's little small things, that come out that is so minute. It's such a small thing, but it's a huge thing also. Communication is talking, talking is communication. That shows love. When a person feels love and not alienated, they can go through feeling, awesome.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I want to thank you so much for joining us today, sharing your light and your love books with us. Author Marlo Mans, guys, make sure you connect with her. Go to her website, www.myheartnewlove.com. It is in the comment section. Purchase these amazing books and share them with those around you. Thank you, Miss Marlo.
Thank you for having me. It's been fun.
You're very welcome, Queen.